We bowl off Mello TV Sports with cricket as Jamaicans Jacqueline Williams, Verdane Smith, Christopher Taylor and Christopher Wright are among 13 umpires of the existing senior panel retained by Cricket West Indies for the new contract period April 1st, 2021 to March 31st, 2022. The significant reduction in regional cricket in the last contracting period due to the impact of COVID-19 has resulted in no changes being made to the list of umpires to be offered contracts. Now the list is completed by Zahid Basarath, Jonathan Blades, Gregory Brathwaite, Dayton Butler, Nigel de Guide, Patrick Gustard, Danish Ramdani, Leslie Reefer, and Carl Tuckett. During the recent international home series between West Indies and Sri Lanka, for the first time, all match officials were of Caribbean origin due to the ICC temporarily permitting the appointment of locally based match officials from the Emirates Elite and Emirates ICC International Panel of Match Officials. This was due to the logistics challenges caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. We race over to track and field news now as the United States track and field team have canceled their pre-Olympic training camp in Japan because of concerns over the coronavirus pandemic. Host city Tokyo is under a state of emergency amid a surge in cases 10 weeks from the start of the games on July 23. American athletes were due to train in nearby Chiba and local government said concerns for their athletes' safety led to the cancellation. The news comes a day after Japanese tennis player Naomi Osaka said she was not really sure whether the rescheduled Olympics should go ahead this summer. A recent poll found that nearly 60% of people in Japan want the games to be cancelled, a fact that may have been exacerbated by the country's wish to offer donated vaccines to about 2,500 Olympic and Paralympic athletes and support staff to prevent an outbreak during the event. In Japan, 2.6% of the population have been vaccinated, and reports that athletes would be prioritized led to the criticism from the public. We kick it over to football news now. Liverpool defender Virgil van Dijk has confirmed that he will not play for the Netherlands at this summer's European Championship due to injury. Van Dijk has missed the majority of the EPL season after sustaining an anterior cruciate ligament injury in a challenge with Everton goalkeeper Jordan Pickford during the Merseyside Derby on October 17. The 29-year-old is confident he will be available for Liverpool's pre-season training. In the absence of Van Dijk and several other key first-team players, Liverpool have failed to defend their title and are currently 6th in the league. We go over to tennis news. Serena Williams brought up a landmark 1,000th career match at the Italian Open, but it ended in defeat at the hands of Nadia Podoroska today. The 39-year-old American, who was playing her first match since the Australian Open at the end of February, went down in straight sets to the world number 44. Defeat in Rome, however, does not take away from what is a stellar achievement over the course of 24 years. The 7-6, 7-5 loss was just her 149th reverse from that extraordinary tally of tennis matches. The Miami Heat clinched a spot in the NBA playoffs for the 4th time in the past 6 seasons by beating the hosts Boston Celtics 129-121 last night. Miami won in Boston for the 2nd consecutive game, all but relegating the Celtics to the NBA's play-in tournament. Miami has a 3-game lead and holds the head-to-head tiebreaker on the Celtics, with each team having 3 regular season contests left to play. The Heat, who beat Celtics in the 2020 Eastern Conference Finals, pulled into a tie with Atlanta for the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference. The Hawks hold the head-to-head tiebreaker on Miami. Elsewhere, Caris LeVert scored 24 points and Domantas Sabonis posted a triple-double with 16 points, her career-high 15 assists and 13 rebounds to lead the hosts Indiana Pacers to a 103-94 comeback win over the Philadelphia 76ers. The Pacers clinched a berth in the Eastern Conference play-in tournament with their second consecutive victory, coupled with the Chicago Bulls' 107-115 loss to the Brooklyn Nets. Also securing wins on the night were Denver, Minnesota, the Clippers, Memphis, Milwaukee, Golden State, the Lakers, and Sacramento. Now to end tonight's sports package, we present you with Sports Spotlight. In tonight's Sports Spotlight, I know you guys have heard it already, but I just want to say it here and just give my views and opinions. The Ministry of Local Government and Community Development has announced that the Jamaica Premier League will get the green light to go ahead. They're now discussing what date it will start. Now, we all know that most sports in this country has been locked down since March of last year due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and I am so happy that a lot of our local base players can showcase their talent, and this comes just in time ahead of the Gold Cup, ahead of World Cup qualifiers, so we can showcase what we're really made of. I'm excited, and I know you guys are. This has been Sports Spotlight. And those are the stories making sports news tonight. We now head back to the news desk with Shelly and Hill.